ready.
Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. Mad Men season 6 finale is here. We're not gonna waste any time. Let's jump into the reaction. I will see you guys right after for the review.
Morning. Don, can I have a moment?
I know you're deciding who's going to be on Sunkissed, so I wanted to volunteer.
You know that's a demotion.
Thought about that, but rather than just being a satellite office, I was thinking I could turn it into a little agency.
Los Angeles is not what you see in the movies. It's like Detroit with palm trees.
Frontier. I don't even need running water. Just let me set up the homestead.
You think you're asking for a promotion, but if you fail there, you'll be out of advertising because no one takes it seriously.
But I think it'd be exciting to build one desk into a real business.
Not the way I saw it.
That's not the way you saw me. But you're going to change that.
Name a chocolate.
What, like Hershey's?
Hershey's Chocolate sent an RFP out to the top 30 agencies, and all anyone seems to care about is that we're in the top 30.
Because Hershey's isn't serious. They don't advertise. They never have.
Mars bills at $10 million.
We think Hershey's is asking for someone to talk them into that.
But if you want to take the lead on this, I think he'll follow.
I love Hershey's. Give me a room.
Want to have dinner?
Well, eventually.
I'm worried. Now they sent a letter. Sally has to call them.
I'll talk to her at Thanksgiving.
I read the letter. The next step's a subpoena.
Okay.
You get Bob Benson for me?
Bob Benson's here to see you.
Really? Send him in. Were you circling my office?
I don't understand.
It occurred to me that you haven't had a performance review.
Yes, I did. Didn't Mr. Cutler tell you?
I don't
that
give
we...
a shit. You have a hand on every rung, don't you? What are you doing? Buying presents for that kid. Leading that woman on. It's another man's kid, you know that?
We're just buddies.
Joan's known for having a lot of buddies. They go fishing together. I see what you're up to. I know that you're concerned with your career and Chevy's counting on you being a family man, but playing with Mrs. Harris's feelings is not the right way to go about it. Damn it, Bob, I better not be. I'm keeping an eye on you.
I appreciate your candor.
Looking forward to having you out in Detroit, Bob.
Yes, sir.
This is Sally Draper speaking.
It's Daddy.
What do you want?
I wish you a happy Thanksgiving.
Okay, I have to go.
Also, I'm calling because I have to give a statement regarding the burglar.
We need to make arrangements to be out of classes December 1st.
My calendar's full.
It's the law.
Well, I wouldn't want to do anything immoral. Why don't you just tell them what I saw?
Hello?
God.
I have a personal plea.
Is this about Hershey again?
No, the folks from Sheraton are in the lobby. Royal Hawaiian, we can't find Draper.
Again?
Trying to drink.
What's your occupation, young man?
Staying out of people's business.
You're not doing a very good job of it.
To engage you.
But you did, because something's on your mind. You need to talk.
I don't.
What if I told you that Jesus could offer you not only eternal life, freedom from pain in this life?
I'm doing just fine. Nixon's the president. Everything's back where Jesus wants it.
He doesn't work that way.
Because he's mysterious. He offered the same deal to Kennedy, Martin Luther King, Vietnam, for Christ's sake. Studies showed Jesus had a bad year.
Well, I'm afraid there's not one true believer in that list.
What the hell did you just say?
Told you before to get out and not come back. You can't keep these girls from the righteous path. They belong to the Lord.
You're wrong on that. You love the Bible because you can't get your dick hard.
And repentance is your salvation. The only unpardonable sin is to believe God cannot forgive you.
Damn. Just threw that man out.
I shouldn't be in here.
You're right. You punched the minister. You should be in Riker. Sleep it off.
Absolutely not. Love candy at the theater.
Oh, hello, Peggy.
Hello.
You just keep looking at married men.
Need to inform you, Mother lost at... Oh my goodness. She fell off a ship!
What? Get Bud on the phone.
Mother lost at sea. Damn.
I assume it has something to do with last night.
Yes.
Where were you?
Jail.
I spent the night in jail.
Why are you laughing?
Because I realized it's gotten out of control. I've gotten out of control.
Sorry you had to find out that way.
I realized something else, too. I don't want to be here anymore.
It'll get easier.
No. I want to move to California.
What?
I don't want you to give up your career. I don't want you to think that. I just can't be in New York anymore. I want to move to LA.
I don't know what to say. There have been all these opportunities in Hollywood, but I never even considered it because I thought it would make you go crazy. Wouldn't it? What would you do out there?
Sunkiss wants us to have someone local. It could be like having my own shop. A small team, a desk, a window, some sunlight.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen.
It's an opportunity to build one desk into an agency. We'd be homesteaders.
Really, Don? What about the kids?
I'm sure they'd trade weekends for a whole summer in LA. Could be happy again. Yes.
Happy again. It's just more opportunities for you to cheat. That's all California is right now. It's just more opportunities for you to cheat.
Look, I'm the search party, and I decided we were thinking too small. I apologize for Sheridan, Ted. That won't happen again. That's my recommendation. Of course, I welcome a vote on the matter.
How is it every decision made in this place is subject to 10 opinions unless it's him? What if we need him here?
It's
Don
California.
is the guy. Much as you
You're already
probably
doing the
don't
heavy
like him, like the dude is the guy. That's what it is. When you got that kind of pull, you can pull.
Think ahead. You let her go, and yet you still need something. But you are. California, here you come. You probably dictated the memo right to her and had no idea she'd be affected.
I was going to talk to you.
Really? Why? You don't owe me anything.
Probably get you out there eventually.
To work for you? Nah, I'd rather stay here. I'm gonna have that sandwich on my desk. I need to get to it before you do.
He mad,
Are you kidding me? They got... What the hell was he even doing there? You tell those Panamanian criminals they should put Manolo under house arrest. Or ship's arrest, or whatever it's called. I'm the brig. Do whatever it takes. Get me Bob Benson this minute.
He was waiting for you. You're late for your flight to Detroit.
Hold that.
How are you?
Not great, Bob.
What's wrong?
What's wrong? You don't know that your boyfriend Manolo kidnapped my mother, married her at gunpoint, then threw her off a ship?
I know you're exaggerating and you're being hostile.
If you want to run, I'd do it now. Because you're an accessory to murder.
Manny wouldn't hurt a fly.
Even if you thought it was rich. Ignorance will not be a very good defense.
I'm leaving a little early because I have plans. I hope that's okay.
Plans to go where? Just like that.
Chanel number 5?
It's all I wear.
She just did that just so Ted could see her. Jesus, man. Come on, Peggy. You ain't gotta do that.
Pete, have you seen this beauty?
No, not in the flesh. That's a Camaro Z28, am I wrong? No, you are not.
Gotta try it.
We can't do that in here.
Shit, it's our floor. We can do whatever the hell we want. Keys are under the visor. Go to town.
He doesn't know how to drive.
Bobby, you like to get into trouble, don't you?
It's standard. So is the solid lifter 302 V8.
Listen to that music.
Can't move that car. He just gonna kill somebody. Get out.
Jesus, you can't drive a stick?
We'll pay for that.
What are you doing here?
Waiting for you. I told your neighbors I was a cop.
Well, you should go home before they kill you.
I need to talk to you. How was your date?
Is that why you're here?
I just want to know. You didn't bring him home.
It was terrible, okay? He works in finance, and ate with his hands.
I don't know what we're doing.
Why don't you have your wife drop by again? I'd love that.
She came in with the kids.
Why did she give me that look on the way out? Did you tell her something?
Why did you parade your ass in front of my door on your way out to see another man?
You let Dawn terrify you into ignoring me, and now you're here.
Because I don't want anyone else to have you.
You should go.
Peggy, I'm going to leave my wife.
Don't say that. I'm not that girl.
I love you.
It's coming out of left field again. This man's about to leave his wife and kids. Why can't Peggy just find... Well, he did. She was with a regular dude.
Hello.
I just got off the phone with Miss Porter's. Sally's been suspended.
Why?
What did she do?
Bought beer using the name Beth Francis with a false ID she'd made.
Kids do things, Betty.
Henry's already in Albany. Supposed to join him tomorrow. I know you're picking the boys up Thanksgiving Day, but could you go get her tomorrow? Don't want to have this conversation with my mother-in-law.
I can't, Betty. I have a big meeting.
She was drunk. And she got other girls drunk. I've done everything I can think to do everything my own mother did.
At some point,
The good is not beating the bad. She obviously needs more than I can give her.
Bertie, this isn't your fault.
You think it's...
She's from a broken home.
But you got to take the reins for this, Don. Regardless of what you might think of what she's doing, or whether you think it's your fault or not, you gotta go get your daughter. At the end of the day, that doesn't stop happening. It's still your daughter. So even if she talks and, you know, Megan leaves you or whatever the situation is, like, that's still your daughter. You gotta go get her.
Is everything okay?
No.
Is there anything I can do?
Gotta go get your kids, man.
Let's go to Hawaii.
For work?
We'll come back with tans.
You should probably go home.
I don't want to. I can say I worked late on Hershey.
Don't you always go home now?
I don't want to sneak around. I promise we won't have to.
I don't want a scandal. I can wait.
I don't know how they do it, man. I don't know how they do it. How do you guys do it, man?
What are you doing back?
You haven't heard?
If there's
I
reactions.
need a place to live. Here in New York. I'm done in Detroit, and the tenants already moved in.
Oh. Your brother's been trying desperately to reach you.
Did they find her? Well, let them know I'm back.
I need to talk to you.
I was thinking the same thing. You should come to Hershey since I'm going to California.
That's not why I'm here.
Do you want something?
No, thank you. I don't know how to say this, but I want to go to California.
Really? We can't both go.
I want you to stay here. I'm the one who needs to start over.
With Peggy?
No, with my family.
I don't understand.
Yes, you do. It's my only chance, Don. I've got kids.
So are you
I
trying to
can't
make
throw this away. I can't go on like this.
I'm sorry, Ted. I wish I could help you.
I don't know what I brought out in you, but I know there's a good man in there. I need you to help me. Put 3,000 miles between me and her, or my life is over.
I didn't make my decision lightly. I need it too. And frankly, they're writing my wife off her show. It's too late, Ted. It will go away.
Will you have a drink before the meeting? My father was... You can't stop cold like that.
He was trying to stop, though. Bro, you don't need... I don't understand. When these dudes are drinking liquor, why do they need to pour so many?
Every agency you're going to meet with feels qualified to advertise the Hershey Bar because the product itself is one of the most successful billboards of all time. Relationship with America is so overwhelmingly positive. Everyone in this room has their own story to tell. Be rations in the heat of battle or in the movie theater on a first date. But most of them are from childhood. That's the story we're going to tell. Hershey's is the currency of affection. It's the childhood symbol of love.
Well, weren't you a lucky little boy?
Our company excels in television. And we'll tell you exactly when and where to tell those stories.
Sweet tales of childhood. I suppose we'd start with yours.
You can't just have that. You got to pay us first.
And that's what's so exciting.
I'm sorry. I have to say this. 'Cause I don't know if I'll ever see you again. I was an orphan. I grew up in Pennsylvania in a whorehouse. I read about Milton Hershey and his school in Coronet magazine or some other crap the girls left by the toilet. And I read that some orphans had a different life there. I could picture it. I dreamt of it. Being wanted. Because the woman who was forced to raise me would look at me every day, hoped I would disappear. Closest I got to feeling wanted was from a girl who made me go through her John's pockets. If I collected more than $1, she'd buy me a Hershey bar. And I would eat it alone in my room with great ceremony. Feeling like a normal kid.
Damn.
It said sweet on the package. It was the only sweet thing in my life.
Do you want to advertise that?
If I had my way, you would never advertise. You shouldn't have someone like me telling that boy what a Hershey bar is. He already knows.
Don's being modest, but it's just this kind of theater that makes our work so different.
Well, quite a story.
We'd love to have a meal, stop you from going to some of these other meetings. Ted?
You're going to California.
Are you sure?
I want you to.
Yeah, you shit the bed in there.
I don't care.
Is any of that true?
Yes. Happy Thanksgiving, sweetheart.
You too, Mr. Draper.
It's probably. I wonder if he's gonna tell Megan the truth.
When you think about it, it won't bring her back. She's in the water with Father.
She loved the sea.
I didn't want to disturb you.
You leaving,
What happened?
bruh.
I don't even know how to say this.
Did you confess? I told you to wait.
I'm going to California. You can stay here and have your life and your career and let this be the past.
I can't believe Don did this. I knew he wasn't going. He knows it's Siberia. I can undo this.
No, Peggy. He gave up his spot for me.
Don?
I wanted this so much, but I have a family, the world out there. I have to hold on to them or I'll get lost in the chaos.
Peggy, you should know by now you never win.
I love you that deeply.
Hey, get
can't
the
be around
fuck
you.
out of here, man.
Get out. Just get out.
Just slept with the woman. Yo.
Someday you'll be glad I made this decision.
Bitch,
Well,
please.
aren't you lucky to have decisions?
I mean, he's gonna do this after he slept with her, cheated on his wife, told her that he's gonna leave his wife. I mean, come on, dude. Yo, that's crazy, man.
Honey, you have to sit down.
Why?
Because something came up. It's not just Sally.
It's what?
I'm sorry, but we can't go to California right now.
Dawn, that's not possible. Because I already told Mel, and Jeff Hunter's got me a bunch of meetings out there, and the train is leaving the station. Fuck the agency! I quit my job!
Megan.
I don't even know why we're fighting for this anymore. We don't have any kids. You want to be alone with your liquor and your ex-wife and your screwed up kids.
Don't say that.
It's a bit harsh, but
I love them to death. I used to feel pity for them, but now I realize we're all in the same boat.
I know you're upset, but I'm gonna be out there all the time with you. We'll be bi-coastal. Megan, I love you.
I can't be here right now.
I think you'd at least tell her the truth. Like, dude, I'm always holding on to broken things, man. Trudy. Away from my kids. Like, I couldn't do
Now
it.
we need to have a serious conversation. Where would you like to do it?
Is this about the Hershey meeting yesterday? Because I can explain. Should I sit down?
Yes.
I'm not going to defend myself. I've tolerated plenty from every one of you.
No need for defense. This isn't a trial. Verdict has been reached.
So what time did this meeting start?
We think it's best for you and the firm if you take some time off and regroup.
How much time?
A few months. But the holidays are coming. That will take up most of it.
Did you tell Ted? Because he can't go to California if there's no one here to run New York.
Ted feels confident he can oversee Peggy from LA.
I want a return date.
We can't give you that.
You all agree with this?
Try and see it from our side.
Really? Really? That's what we're doing? Okay. Really?
Good morning.
Hello, Don. Sorry about that, old chum. This is Lou Avery from Dancer Fitzgerald.
We met.
Did they name it Hershey's because of the chocolate, or is the chocolate named after the city?
There was a man named Hershey. He made enough chocolate to build a town.
This is a bad neighborhood.
Come on. This is where I grew up.
Okay. There's a lot that went down this season. A lot that went down. Can't wait to jump into the final season. To the final season of this show. Now I'm gonna say this. Before I jump into the review here. This season started out pretty good. And the thing about it is, like, it seems like we're gonna come to some truths by the end of the series, where, you know, everything is gonna like just be out in the open. People are gonna know about Don's secret and all this other stuff. I feel like that's where we're leading to. But overall, what are the lessons that we learned from watching Mad Men, other than the fact that it's like everybody just cheats and just kind of throw people to the side like they don't even matter, you know? And the thing about it is, like, continuously Peggy, especially Peggy, keeps getting entangled with, you know, whether it's a married man or just she just can't find a good man to be with. She desires it, she wants it so much, but she always keeps falling for the wrong people. The minute you start having some desires for, you know, for a person that's married, you know, whether they're, you know, or on the male or the female side, right? You gotta resist all the urges, you know, not only just to get away from that situation. You can't. What Ted did was essentially, it doesn't make it right, because the afterthought, you know what I'm saying? Like, your people's was the afterthought. It's like, oh, let me hit it once. And I'm gonna tell you this, like, even though they probably didn't show it, that's what was going on. You get what I'm saying? Like, essentially, that's what went on. He essentially said, let me hit it once and see if it's any good. That's essentially what he did. And then he decided, you know what, man? I gotta get out of here. I gotta take my family to California. Because he's like, man, this is not good enough for me to leave my wife. You know what I'm saying? I can't leave my wife for this. Right? I got kids. Right? And I know that some of you guys are probably not going to take that as literal as I'm saying it. I think that there's more that went into the decision, but that's essentially what happened. Man, we're really simple. Okay? We're men. So let's keep it a buck. And let's keep it 100 on this subject, okay? In a situation like that, where you don't want to cheat, you know she don't want to be a side piece, right? You know that she doesn't want to be a side piece, right? Because if I think that Ted, if she was willing to be a side piece and he was willing to leave his wife, right? If she was willing to be a side piece, and he was not willing, missed on my words, to leave his wife, it would have been raps. It would have been raps. He would have been willing to do that 100% if she was willing to be a side piece and he doesn't want to leave his wife. Right? At the end of the day, as I said, us men, really simple. when it comes on to how we choose partners and how we do things, right? And at the end of the day, he realized that his family mattered more to him. But he knows that as long as he's around Peggy, that urge is still going to be there, right? Because guess what? Men do struggle. We struggle with self-control. I still struggle with self-control sometimes, but I don't act upon, you know, a lustful situation where I would see a woman and be like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't act on it, right? Or sometimes when women realize that you're in a relationship for some reason, it's like they want you more, so they will approach you. And in those situations, you really gotta like walk away, get up, walk away, move away, get away from the situation. So Ted is doing the right thing. He's doing the right thing, but it doesn't excuse the action you did before. You told her that you was going to leave your wife, right? And first of all, get out of the relationship first, right? Get out of the relationship first before you dive into another one, or before you sleep with another woman. You understand what I'm saying? If you love Peggy that much, leave your wife and then be with Peggy. You know? Well, now all of a sudden you got kids, you got to move to California? Like that, don't get me wrong, that was the right decision to do. But after the fact, it doesn't mean shit. You get what I'm saying? After the fact, it doesn't mean anything. I'm glad that Joan is letting, you know, Roger into Kevin's life, because that's his real dad. So that was good. Situation that's happening with Sally, we all know why the situation with Sally is happening, okay? That is not a mystery, right? That is not a mystery. We all know why it's happening. So the situation is what it is. We can't help it. We all know why it's happening. The situation with Sally, right? Sally has always been a very curious person, right? She's been a very curious person, but also, you know, a lot of the bad behavior that she's having is all stems from things that she's seen. She's always held her father in high regard. So when she sees her father doing this, because he was accused of the same thing with her mom. So now she doesn't really have any role model to really look up to, because the one that she had is now tainted. So now she's lashing out. She's doing things that, you know, she's being influenced by peer pressure and stuff like that. That's why, you know, we talk about how important fathers are, right? And they are very important. And I'm not saying that mothers aren't, but Jesus, man, fathers are so important, bro. Man. And when you mess it up like that, I can't give you no props. I can't give you no props, man. I can't give you no props. In this episode, it demonstrated to me how little these people think about their kids, especially even Don. So I'm like, you're looking to move to California, nigga. You got 3 kids in New York. Where the fuck you going? Where you going? That shouldn't even be it's not an escape strategy. You're in it. You got 4 kids and you got 2 boys. But you gonna let Francis raise your kids? Right? I don't understand that. And I see it time and time again where men make the mistake of thinking that their kids don't need them. Like they gonna be all right. Right? And that kind of stuff just, it just kind of, it boils my blood, man. Because not only do I see it in TV shows, in real life I see it all the time. where guys just make these decisions. And I get it. Sometimes you gotta move on from certain situations. Sometimes might be the going. I would never, no matter how bad the mom is, I don't care what the excuse you have, you gotta fight for your children. As a father, fight for your children, man. I know it's hard. Keep fighting. No matter how the type of mom that you may have, maybe the mom is telling them that you're the worst person in the world. Fight for your children, man. That is your legacy. If you act different, they will come to know that you're different than what your mama is telling them. Than what their mama is telling them. Right? We gotta, like, I see that and I'm just like, why are you even thinking about going to California right now? Have you forgotten that you have 2 boys and a daughter in New York? And you're gonna trade just weekends for a whole summer in California? That's how you look at it? But the fact that you're gonna be in California, so if they need you for anything, they can't just come and say, hey daddy, what's good? Are you serious? Bruh, that shit gets on my nerves, man. But season 6 overall was great. A lot of things happened. Pete seems his mom died. And he got off of Chevy because he couldn't even drive stick, and now he's going to California too. So and it seems like they like suspend Don indefinitely. I don't know what's gonna happen in season 7, if he's gonna go back to the agency or whatever the situation is there, but we'll see. I mean, he punched the guy in the face, spent the night in jail, and also him kind of in a way sabotaging the whole Hershey meeting thing. So that's the reason why they put him on suspension, and they're not giving him a date he can come back. So it is what it is. I don't think they can fire him as a partner. I don't think they can. I guess they could buy him out. They can't just. I guess they could vote him out. Actually, I guess they could vote him out, but I think you can't. I think there's got to be a kind of like not a pension. That's not what they call it. What do they call it again? There's a specific word for it. I can't remember the word right now, but you guys probably know what I'm talking about. But anyways, great episode, great season. Looking forward to season 7. Hoping you guys are ready for that. I'll see you guys next time. I'm out. Peace.